Hi, I'm Lindsay Del Carlo, the Trial Garden Manager for Renee's Garden Seeds. In my previous video, I showed you how to cut back and harvest your lavender and lay it out on a sheet to dry, and now it's time to show you how to get the lavender calyxes off of the stems. My lavender that I cut has been drying in the sun for about a week now, and it's right at the point where I want it, where the calyxes are easily break off of the stem. So you can tell when it's dry enough if you can touch it and the little flower calyxes just fall off the stem when you pinch it. So now I'll uncover it and I'll bundle all the stems up into the bottom sheet. And this is the fun part. We're going to smack it on the ground a bunch of times so that all the calyxes break off of the stems. It's all really dry and brittle, so you just have to smash it up into the sheet. Okay, here I go. See how it's doing. Then you can see all the little calyxes from the stems break off, and this is what you're left with. And then we'll get our sifter and put it over a wheelbarrow, and I'll show you how I sift all the stems off of the calyxes. So now I'm going to sift my lavender. I have a sifter that I made just out of simple 4x4s and 1/2-inch hardware cloth. And so it allows the lavender calyxes to go through and collect into my wheelbarrow, and we'll sift out the stems. I'm going to spill it all into the sifter. And just rough it up a bit so it can all fall through. And you can see it was nice and perfectly dry. There's no more calyxes left on the stems. Okay. And then I'll just throw all these into the compost. And then it takes a few times of sifting to really get them all out. See, some stems always fall through, so I'll do this a few times until I only have the little calyxes left over. So I spilled all the stems out another time, and I'm going to sift them a couple more times to get all the stems removed. And one of the great things about doing this is the lavender just smells amazing. So throughout the whole process, you get rewarded with that great scent. So for my final step, I have the smaller sifter with the smaller mesh, and this will get the last little bits of stems out. And so this is a good method if you're growing a lot of lavender and you want to harvest a whole bunch all at once. I have my big sifter for the bulk of it, and then I have a smaller one to give it the final cleanup. So this really gets out all the little stuff. As you can see, this is what we're left with after we cut all that lavender. So it takes a lot of lavender to get a small amount of finished product. One of the things we love to do with our dry lavender is to make sachets. These little sachet bags I got at a craft store. You can find them online also. So when I have all my lavender here, I simply fill up the sachet bag, tap it down, and close it up. And these make wonderful gifts to give out to people. And you can throw them in your drawers to keep your linen smelling nice. And for all your leftover lavender, you can store them in airtight jars. And this will keep for a really long time. It'll be really good for about a year. And you can use this to cook with, you can use it to make essential oils. There's many things you can do with fresh dried lavender. We have many different varieties of lavender available at Renee's Garden in different colors and scents. So when you're ready to try your hand at growing lavender as a perennial in your garden, you can go to reneesgarden.com and find them all online. Thank you for watching.